Welcome to Graeme Games. My name is Graeme. This is a game. Today I'm playing Paths and Danger, an early look at things, a demo. Don't judge too harshly. A very interesting looking combination of like Darkest Dungeon, turn-based but still action-oriented, some roguelike-y things. It has to do a lot with how you craft your party from like 30 different heroes. So there is a lot going on. I'm gonna blindly randomize people's names. Ramondin. Oh wait, that's I only have one hero. Rogerus. It's so terrible. It's such like a poorly thought out name that it makes it funny. And I'm specifically not gonna be a rogue because that's what you would expect. So sorry, rogue. I'm gonna be Rogerus. Oh, it changed my name. It's gone. I could change it back if I want. There we go. Rogerus the Ice Wizard. I'm taking it. I do want the tutorial. They pushed me out of it. You have a little bit of choices of who your guy would look like. Monster, Godbert. There you go. This is who I want to play as. Make me Godbert, please. I can only do easy mode. That's probably for the best. Otherwise, I was going to be overly ambitious, go for normal, and immediately get my ass beat. And then, I had no one to blame but myself. Unforgettable events will happen that will lead your character to this path. And to danger. Probably. Inventory, action points, how much you can move in battle, spirit, their current mental state. Low spirit characters will have negative traits. That's kind of like the fear mechanic or whatever it is in Darkest Dungeon that wigs people out. Stamina. Abilities cost stamina, not only action points. And health, easy enough to understand. You can slide yourself around. You can choose which path you specifically want to be on. You can move freely. Now that I'm in battle, I have to worry about things like action points. If you skip, unused action points are converted into stamina, so you might want to stockpile some. But like, we're talking out of a scale of 100. You don't only recover 2? That doesn't seem helpful. So you want to get right up close as you can. He's a melee guy. Can't actually get properly fully close. And then the warrior strike uses all of your action points. But I might as well blast through that. It's like simultaneously detailed animation and so choppy. It's really funny to put everyone on little miniature sliders so that you're not actually having to animate like a run or walk cycle or anything like that. Primary attack has a chance to stun, increase attack power for a few turns, slam the ground, dealing damage in up to 3 tiles, and rage enters a state of rage, and a bunch of things become, stronger and stuff. Stamina use is very low. You're not actually running through very much of it per given turn. Ooh, we found sweet, delicious veggies. Restore 2 health and 1 stamina. So very minimal things being put in here. Like, we're operating on an interesting scale in that it's out of 100 and that things are only being subtracted and added like 1 or 2 at a time, which is interesting to me. You saw I completed that first path. Now I'm on the second. Godbert, you've arrived just in time. We were supposed to meet in town but got delayed by these petty bandits. Could you give me a hand? Oh, let's team on up. You got that slick, eyesight going on there. Monocle for dealing out big old damage. Oh, you're gonna get ganged up on. What you doing out there? What's her name? Gianna? I assume these will have some level of range. Scorpion is a type of crossbow. I had to remember that for a second. Like, I could ride a scorpion. This is the best character ever made. It's like going siege tank mode. It's seemingly not stopping me from attacking like up close here. Like, it's just gonna let me do it? Maybe I do need to be further back. Athletic. Really cruising. And it still won't let me. Oh no, I'm facing the wrong direction. Alright, It's okay. You cover it from here, man. Surely that won't come back to bite us and won't be anything that matters too much. Everyone's stunned, they're busy, they're preoccupied. So do you have to mount in order to attack? Maybe that was the case. Interesting. Oh man, so that makes them very difficult to use. You have to be able to swap them into siege mode. Maybe one of their other attacks can be used. Outside of that, you can barricade things to block people. Very interesting when you have these 3-tiered paths. An explosive round, I'm guessing, yeah, it's going to have splash damage. But no, it really seems like you have to be in, like, attack mode. That's tricky. It's not very common in a game like this. Ooh, delicious bread. I can swap between characters. It's a shared inventory. Don't have to necessarily worry about managing any of that. Look at the way they're just skipping on down. They're having a great time. That guy's mask is freaking me out. He looks like Jim Carrey's mask in the movie Dumb and Dumber. For anyone who hasn't seen it, should be an obvious comparison, right? I think I'm going to attempt this. Oh, but moving takes action points. Yes, so that's just not going to work. But it takes action points all. I only have one left, right? Does it do more damage if I were to, you know, use this move? Like, why are the stamina requirements not made more specific? That is all part of the path as well, is it? I did not appreciate that those, like, high ground things, sections, were seemingly also a part of this. It's just, like, didn't really register for me at all. I thought it was 3 paths. But I thought you were leaving me with a lot to consider. I gotta boot up Age of War and get used to more path-based dynamics. It's not going so hot. I could enter a rage. I'll increase my attack power. Let's test out the battle horn, and then still go with a regular old attack. Boosted stats and everything. Yeah, you wuss. You can try as you might. Finally, you had to hit at least once. It takes you so long to get set up. I assumed your accuracy would be, like, notably more reliable. Come on now. Yeah, load up on some health and stamina. Get a bit of both in there. Looking sharp. Team cruised on through. If that's all, if it's gonna keep the tutorial that minimal, I like that. Push things through. Here's like 3 text boxes worth of the basics, and we can take it from here. I did not get whatever those resources specifically are. There's XP per character, so you can level up those. Alright, yeah, feed it to me like piecemeal. I'm 10 minutes in, and now we're kind of like learning the next part of the game. Learn it as you play. Always a good strategy. The inn, library, blacksmith, trader, and quests. But the game's in development. Things might change. Don't sweat it too hard. Upcoming quests. Ooh, I get to choose, I believe. The danger of any of them is one. I thought they would have separate dangers. So, kill infamous bandit leader, 600 gold. Exterminate the beast, 450. Deliver supplies, 475. Investigate missing person, 425. And destroy bandit watchtower, 575. Well, the leader had the biggest reward, but delivering supplies seems pretty standard, pretty easy. A missing person thing seems interesting. Yeah, let's do something a little bit more investigative. Investigative? It seems fine. I'm just gonna jump straight into a quest, play on my own tutorial free, presumably, and 6 whole paths to make it through. Got ambushed partway through. I don't know if it's 1 encounter per path or 1 event per path. I may quickly come to regret the way I've set this up. Enters a state of pure rage. Increases ability's base damage by 1.5 and armor by 2 for 2 turns. So, that does feel worth it. I am going to enter a big old rage. Attack power by 2 for you and all allies for 3 turns. So I'm also going to Battle Hornet and kind of try to set myself up as best I can. 2 spaces away. Do you only have 2 action points? Did I screw that up royally? Because I very much meant to put you into your attack mode. Luckily everyone's dealing with boosted stats right now, because I very much kind of screwed my whole team on that one there. Earthquake is tough to line up. A lot has to kind of go very, very well for that one to work. Yes, it seems as though, yeah, you only the 2. So that was quite a mistake. Gotta switch stances, damn it. If you keep missing though, I should be fine. No adverse effects from a light rain. It's kind of enjoyable almost. I don't have to worry about your armor rusting, anything like that. Wow. Not great, guys. Anyone in an adjacent tile, so none of them are even clustered up enough for me to make use of that. I exited the mode instead of shooting. And I'm so lucky that every attack is just missing anyways. Nothing matters, I guess. I am in, like, easy mode. Getting familiar with the game. Nothing's too tricky yet. Don't worry too hard about it. Yeah, that's, that sucked. I don't know. Seems like that should be on me. I'm trying to think, like, the game should warn me. It should insist, like, make sure I have to confirm that. But once you get more comfortable with the game, that would become very obnoxious, I'm sure, if it asks you to confirm different things like that. Could have done a lot of things quite differently and finished this encounter vastly sooner. I'm liking the hotkeys. I'm making use of the hotkeys now too. They're like pretty immediately useful. Still within range. That's good. You could dodge or miss, so it's affected on either side of it, is it? It seems as though my boosts are already gone, and I'm still screwed anyways. Can't seem to do anything. Do I need to go back into a rage? I clearly wasn't pissed off enough the first time. Is that what's going on here? Time for the full shebang. There we go. Finish her off. Good work, team. Not really. It was fine. It was okay work. Okay. You can click around, move individual. Spacebar moves everyone. I wasn't sure if the ambush was going to be the only encounter there. That's interesting, because that means I could specifically have a ranged character trail behind slightly, just to try and, like, take advantage of that in a small way, to have them spaced out and not maybe as easily targetable. I'm kind of thinking I probably should have checked to buy an additional hero before running out for this questing. That's a choice that could have great repercussions. But if everyone wants to continue lining themselves up like this, just fantastic news all around for me. So now I can stomp through all ya. A crit! That was awesome, but then a big old miss as well. But I wasn't anticipating a one-shot like that. That was fantastic. Great job, team. What? Impossible. Those he would count as adjacent, right? Does it indicate friendly fire? To any adjacent tile. Any adjacent. So I don't think it's the right call. swap to my fairly standard attack. But, right, cooldown, yeah, makes sense. I would have been too much if I could just immediately jump straight back into that, I think. Overly powered. Oh, you guys gotta work on that shit. I don't want to carry you slackers around. Can't land a single attack. What are you doing? What's everyone doing out here, for crying out loud? Great. Great shot. Let's aim for more of that, please. Boosted everything as much as I could. Hot dang. This is a pain. This is a pain, because now you're just obviously too far away. And I'm not going to be able to, right? Oh, you suck. Making me swap gear. When... it's like so hardly going to be worth it. But now I... stuck with it. Yeah, having one more character that was a little bit more mobile would have gone a long way. It is my understanding that this game features permadeath, so it may have been a mistake to run out here the way I did. I'm loaded up with potions. I got a crazy amount of potions, so heals 1, heals 1, whatever. You chug all the breads, get your fill. Get. And yeah, as long as I chug down some potions, I kind of had forgotten in like a very small way that I had all those. If he keeps dishing out potions like that, I should be fine. No bonus. It's okay, attackers and defenders. So the dirt road, everyone's in the same path there. Totally neutral. Immediately, instantaneously. I'm trying to learn here. High ground, the attackers are worse off, the defenders are better. A little curious. I think it's worth it to take... Oh, I meant to take one step less far and line up an earthquake. But now 2 people are lined up for it. So, you know, it kind of... I think it did end up benefiting me. I don't know the max range, the minimum range, because I kind of want to position them only once. I don't want to have to repeatedly move them. Oh, they broke the line. Of course they did. That's such a bummer. Dang it. Alright, rage it is. Rage only affects me. I'm the only one nearby. Yes. That's satisfying. Pretty solid sound design, too. I would say that was some hefty sounding death. I really felt the impact coming off that. Are you 2 tiles away? Yes, right? So you will benefit from that. That's just something I specifically feel that I could take the max advantage from. Goddamn archers, I tell ya. What a real pain. Yeah, you definitely also got the benefit out of that. Ah! I'm actually just running him out of here. Whatever, you can catch up, you can attack whichever one you feel like. I'm turning my back to you fully. And as we're all running away, you can focus on trying to take them down. I still haven't checked. I still haven't checked if they're in range of this character here. See, here is where I can make use of Earthquake. Oh, I can't. Stamina's all gone. What do I do? You just have to pass to try and recover stamina. I had not realized how much, apparently, more focus I need to put on balancing that. No. Come on. No. It's like showing me that you're in range, isn't it? There's like a red tile. Oh, that red tile under them is something different entirely. Son of a bee. Right, I guess I move up and just skip. That's brutal. They just stand there and try and take it. Just let them shoot you repeatedly. Damn it. I guess this would be very specifically why a bigger party would be more useful. All the fighting stamina uses spread across the full party. Ah! You couldn't have done it for me. Do it for me. This is absurd. But I only have the one stamina potion, so this whole thing I don't think is gonna go well. They told me I could surrender. The game also told me that surrender is disabled currently. Restores 2 points of health. A greedy character has claimed this item. Who? There's only the two of us. That happens in Darkest Dungeon as well, but it identifies who's screwing over the team. The spirit, their spirit, will be affected. They're going to feel bad about it. But I only cleared half of this quest, and now you guys are all stuck with nothing. I think I have to. You still make off with gold, I suppose. They still gained experience. Right? Yeah, I believe they still got to keep all that stuff. Set characters to rest, eat, or drink to regain health, stamina, or spirit, and recruit new characters. I definitely should have gone and done this first before I went out adventuring. Ooh. I think I most want like a spellcaster type. So maybe Squire Walt would be a good choice. This is a regular archer rather than like a crossbowman, which obviously takes some extra turns. 2 ice wizards, 529, and the other one was so much cheaper, right? Yeah, absolutely. All right, you're the one then, Squire. I'm bringing you on board, and I can't hire anyone else. So an empty bed, rent sleeping beds. Characters would recover health. And all their stamina. So that's, like, worth it, right? I guess how long are they there for now, though? I'm going to look around at some of the other options. Increase magic power, magic armor, enhance magic abilities, combine gems. I don't have any gems or anything, so I can't do any of that. Blacksmith has a lot to do with gems. Again, upgrade attack power and armor. Enhance abilities. You need weapon parts and books for attack power. Here you need experience points. I will attempt to use it on something. The unmount scorpion. Character becomes able to move when mounted. +1 armor when mounted. Yes, I want that. It only costs 1 XP. Don't I have, like, a lot? I have 0. Oh, they've gained experience. They have never gained an experience point. They're still level 1. Damn it. That does seem like it will become useful, though. Rent storage. Not going to worry about that. Very expensive. And again, I'm going to assume I can't afford any of this. Not everything costs a lot. Everything costs a hell of a lot more than I can afford. I'll buy what I can. Stop bleeding. Improve weapons and armor. Man, I can't really go adventuring without him. This is goofy as hell, but I'm going to do it. I'm accepting a quest. I can't take him with me, but what if I start the quest and then very quickly abandon the quest? Will that count of him having spent a night, even though they're going to lose spirit? They should lose spirit. I guess that's not a part of the demo. There we go. I've reset myself to a point where I feel like I can do what I am meant to do here now. Let's go fight the G-Dang bandit leader. Maybe we can actually push through a specific quest this time. I'm going to put both you guys in the back. Just a little bit. Just while I get used to things, while I learn what you can do. You can launch an ice shard 4 tiles, turn a small area into a glacier for 2 turns, and a shield, increase armor and magic armor, and ice eruption, erupt 4 ice spikes from the ground in a small area, doubles magic damage with glacial ground, and lasts 2 turns. So you kind of combine those together a little bit. I don't think I can do a heck of a lot with you right now, sir. I didn't mean to. I meant to cancel that so I could move him instead. You know, it is what it is. Now you can move while mounted. Yes, No, I didn't. I didn't upgrade it. I couldn't. You'll be fine. Don't you worry about it for even a moment. This is... Because it rewarded more gold, it felt like a more advanced quest. I'm kind of suspicious. It was probably meant to be the quest I actually started with. Let's space you guys out just a little bit differently there. Right, once you move to the next area, it changes that. I don't really get that. Just give me like a little starting area where things are in the same arrangement that they were. And maybe even give me like just a little checkbox or something that says like, or you can even have it like press Q to go back to default arrangement, or press W to like carry forward the arrangement you just had. Because I seemingly am going to be using that quite frequently. And yeah, the way it kind of disrupts the flow, where it feels like I've lost control of my team for like a full entire screen there. Takes me out of it a little bit. I do think there's a smart way that they kind of... Oh, athletic is like an extra advantage. Dope. They kind of adapted the Darkest Dungeon art style. Barely. And I think the way that they balanced that and still made it unique is quite smart. Like the bandit, the guy with the mask specifically, he more than any of the rest looks that way to me. Ice shard. Rock solid. Spell casting time took longer than I expected. I thought it was like about to fail. Yeah! Heck yeah, I guess I should have shot the further away one. Would have made more sense. And I could have followed up there a little bit more effectively. Live and learn. We're flying by the seat of our pants here. Oh, would have been so good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do a quick rage. Feeling a little pissy. Oh, it's such a mistake actually when I really think about it. It's very notably, observably, like a waste of stamina. So I probably shouldn't be just raging all the time. It's need to be much more conservative with that. Hopefully you just dish out some stamina potions. Stealing my shit again. I don't like it. I don't think... Yeah, she was about the only one who had stamina issues. See there, my party's all scrambled, whatever. I kind of want them back, specifically in the default arrangement. Maybe that's if there's only one battle per area, then that's different. Then, like, altering your arrangement in the new area doesn't really matter, because there's no reason to alter it after an encounter. Just leave the area fixed after. If that's the case, if you're never going to have 2 battles in one area, then strike that recommendation or suggestion, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't apply the way I intended. I wish... I don't think so. I wish there was a way I could line that up to affect everyone, hurt everyone. Don't think I can. I don't even think... I still haven't been able to make use of an explosive round. Facing the direction selected, +1 armor facing that direction, and attackers have a decreased chance to hit. It's cool. It's a neat thing that I've in no way been able to make use of just yet. Glacial ground seems borderline useless. I get it. It stacks with that other skill. The 5% effect on hit and dodge chance is very, very limited. I just, in the current battle compositions of just fighting these bandits, it seems totally useless. Really grunted it out for nothing, didn't he? There we go. Come on, man. Teamwork. Teamwork. Just attack her because I could. Not very strong, though. His ice missile isn't even that strong anyways. So maybe that means it is worth that character's time to focus more on other things. Yeah, your stamina's doing pretty good right now. It costs 6. It costs 6 to go into a rage. This should also affect him. So it's slightly more worth it. Apparently not. Felt like it. Got robbed anyways. Yeah, that was satisfying. I don't know if it was wise. I just figured whatever. Putting him down. Didn't like the dodginess. I think you should just recover some stamina. You're like too far away. You're one shot away from finishing things. Just take the opportunity. Vegetables, cheese. I'm getting a lot of stuff stolen from me here. Guys, come on, we're on the same team. Try and share around. You know, getting kind of hosed in that way. Ooh, we got medium rain. The worst hit chance for ranged and melee, but ranged actually has it a bit worse even. Oh god, I'm full on werewolf. But it's kind of funny seeing them without their legs or anything, because then they become less wolf-like because they don't have dogs. This looks like a merchant's place or something, but it just labels it as a dirt road. I don't think I'll actually be able to interact with it, which is too bad because I'm kind of curious. Like, what would that be? I'm gonna have everyone skip their turn and just recover some stamina. Bring in the doggy. Bring him a little bit closer. I am going to do a thing. I'm going to make use of your special ability here. And hopefully the dog just comes running, strolling straight up into the mix there. I better swap to attack stance. Oh, he jumped right over it. I think he's still affected by it, though. I think he does still end up in the spot I need him to be. Yeah. Extra magic damage. I'm gonna battle horn for everyone's sake here. Boom. That was fun. I kind of agree. Gives 100 XP when consumed. This is confusing because they're calling experience and experience points both XP depending on the context. You gotta name them separate things. Name it XP for experience and SP for like skill points or something once you've leveled up. Because yeah, right now as is, too confusing, don't understand at all. I found like no loot. I love that there's loot. That's something I can build towards to improving my character. Haven't found any. Blessings last longer. When surrounded by 3 or more enemies, attack output increases by 50%. Increases all group spirit by 10 when camping. But he's greedy. He's the one who keeps stealing the damn loot. You SOB. This is why this guy was so cheap to purchase. He gets less experience at the end of quests. He takes an extra -1 spirit on any negative situation. He's also greedy, and he'll flee when there are spiders. That guy, that's why he came as cheap as he did. Whereas she is social, likes to camp, charismatic, gets discount when trading. That athletic applies sometimes, kicks in, forgetful, loses out on experience. Dang. Alright, but if I actually try and like send you, I can totally interact. You have a trading advantage. Let me just double check that makes sense. 10% discount on trader encounters. Cumulative with others. So other... not available in the demo. That's too bad, because that is very cool. But I like that. I like that there's things along the path that you could branch off of and investigate with and, like, interact with. That's all quite cool to me. I say, you know what? Take the experience, level up. I wanted to have someone level up. And figured that would be interesting. I should probably heal up a little bit. People's stamina is doing a lot better right now. Far less concerning state. Bandit leader, right? So this battle could be a little rough. I think I'm going to employ a pretty similar strategy this time around. Do I want to give everyone a chance to have moved once? It only lasts 2 turns. First turn, like, resting. I want everyone to run in because they're all melee based. They're all going to get nice and close. And then I can glacial ground them, like, next time. Mounted. Ready. Sorry you're missing out on the rest, but that's why you get the stamina potion. It's actually... No, I'll cast it this turn. I'll cast it this turn, and then it'll matter, like, next time. So I think my plan here still makes sense. Yeah, and I can still even attack. They might wander off the glacial ground. But, do you know what? I can probably kind of hold them in place. Maybe I'll even just kill them. There's that. That's another option. That works out pretty dandy. The AI is smart enough to try to go wide of it. It treats it like a trap, like a visible trap that they know to avoid. So, you know, screw you. It's on adjacent tiles. It wouldn't work. Bogus. One of you's got to step on there. Come on. Seriously? Well, you know what? If you're going to hang out back there, I'll just glacial ground that ground too. Now everything is glacial. What do you think of that? Oh! I can layer onto that this very same turn even. How about that, you bunch of bozos? Didn't see it coming. I hope I wouldn't be affected by glacial ground. I couldn't even pass that though. I would like the better armor. That seems important right now. But it won't let me. Huh. You can't do it when you're on glacial ground? Is that what's happening? None of that really worked how I thought it would. Swing and a miss. They've escaped my trap. I wouldn't be able to do it again anyways. There's that. That's one thing. I really hate the way that their lips, like, stick out from their mask there. I gotta say, I'm not a fan of that. I didn't have enough action points to rage. That's all it was. But now I can rage, full of it. Bursting with rage. Flying all over the place, off the handle. Sucks to suck. Is how the saying goes. Yes. There's a little bit of a fingers crossed moment on that one. Punish him. Show him what's up. I'm guessing with, like, the positive and negative traits that there's things similar, like precisely how it was handled in Darkest Dungeon, where you can kind of start piling stuff together a little bit, and you can, like, you can put your guys into a special, whether it's the library or which have you, and they can, like, educate themselves and learn to overcome their negative personality traits, but it comes at, like, a cost to you to remove those sort of things from the different characters. And, like, thinking of having those sort of strategic considerations layered in with a different style of combat. It's very much the management aspect of things that's taking place outside of the combat very familiar, and then the combat stuff is quite different. I got so screwed here. One of my two greedy characters, having two greedy characters, is bull, because now you get totally shafted like this. Deep Blue Amulet, it protects from the harmful effects of weather, but a greedy character takes it, which, like, in the context of the game, you'd think, like, one of my characters took it? That's great news. That's exactly what I wanted. But no, that means they, like, pocketed it and went and, like, sold it and didn't split the money with you or whatever. See, you're screwed. Total bullshit is what I'm reading off that. We know that we have a level 2 character. He's got 1 experience point. Weapon strike, higher chance to stun. Increase attack power by 3 for you and allies within 2. So it's a higher attack power. 3 tiles, 25% chance to hit. And rage 1.5, armor by 2, 1.6, armor by 3. The rage increase is seemingly the best one. Like, those are pretty weak upgrades. But I mean, the only cost is my experience. It doesn't cost gold or anything. So in that way, I guess it's not so crazy. I'm just kind of putting around the different options. That most things I can't do. Most things I am unable to do currently. How do I check your stats? I don't think you can. I don't think you get to know their personality until you've hired them, which is quite funny, actually. And so then you just kind of have to gauge, like, oh, one's more expensive, one's less. How much of that has to do with their level versus, like, the bad traits that they're carrying. They have the exact same skills. I'm curious if, like, an individual class has, like, 6 skills and we'll have a random assortment. This warrior has the same ones again. That would be interesting if, like, different ones you hired were specialized in different ways like that. None of the loot came into play there yet. I like the game as is. It's pretty solid so far. I got into it there, got a little heated at a few times, made some pretty major mistakes. The things that I was most excited about are the things that seem to not quite be in the game yet. But it's good. It seems like they're focusing on making sure there's strong foundations and you can build it up from there. I'm curious how quests... they start checking them off. Alright, so there's a variety of different quest types to make your way through. There's the arena, the graveyard, the temple, the guild house, all things that aren't quite ready yet. I think the fact that the game is starting this strong bodes very well for it long term. Something definitely worth keeping an eye out on. I'll have a link down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you again.